people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid. And your fans gonna get paid. And they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas.
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Amen.
The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta and Alex Bart.
They met on Saturday before.
They met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutors in the LAPD's office. Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God.
That's right.
And you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man.
Like I'm lying. Oh, she stepped on glass. She never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was mine to protect all of us. 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 I was mine to protect all of us.
I ain't get cut by no glass, man. I ain't get cut by no glass.
Ever said she got shot. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot.
You think I'm about to tell the police that we, niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up?
I'm trying to protect this black man. My love, nobody ever reported that you got shot but you. So how are you trying to protect me?
Hands up. Okay? Come out, people passenger with their hands up. Hands up. Alright, move back to the sound of my voice. Keep your hands up. Move back to the sound of my voice. Move back. Keep going. Keep going. Move back. Come out with your hands up. Okay? Come out, people passenger with their hands up. Hands up.
Feeder, something like that, feeder.
Yo, bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but, bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like,
I'm getting hated on. Why? I don't know. I have no fucking idea what the purpose is and all the bullshit. Megan, you steady lying on me, lying on my name. I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You playing with my character. I ain't said shit on the internet to disrespect nobody. I haven't crossed no lines. So why y'all fucking with me? What y'all steady fucking with me for? And I have to get on the internet and do this. I have to get on the internet and do this because last time I sent Megan a text and I told her what was the purpose of shading me. Whatever your issues is, call me or text me. I ain't get no response. So this is my only way to shoot a message to her, is through the internet. Because I prefer to hash shit out off of social media. You know what I'm saying? You slandering my name. You're slandering my name. You're tarnishing my character. Why? I'm a shrimp, remember? Why you so worried about me? You stated nothing but lies in your diss track.
When a label comes to sign you, that you're usually really popping. You're popping enough that people are looking at you and they're probably starting to kind of pay you for things, and they get you at that point. And usually artists sign for 4 to 5 albums, but then to get out of the situation and still be relevant enough to go independent, you're never gonna have it. So all your best songs are made during that period of time. So all that money, it just went straight to a label.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
No DNA, no fingerprints, missing bullet fragments. Despite those concerns, rapper Tory Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, was convicted in connection to the 2020 shooting of fellow artist Megan Thee Stallion in the Hollywood Hills, which left her with injuries to her feet. Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years, a full decade behind bars. To this day, Mr. Peterson, Tory Lanez, maintains his innocence, insisting he never fired the gun. Now, new evidence and claims are surfacing, including from a witness whose account contradicts key parts of Megan Thee Stallion's version of events that night and appears to support Tory Lanez's defense.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun.
Amid renewed questions about the case, Tory Lanez was stabbed multiple times inside a California prison on Monday, according to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. He's currently recovering in the hospital. Criminal justice reform advocate Diana London, a key figure behind the First Steps Act, publicly criticized the handling of the original case during a press conference in Los Angeles today. She says the case was paper thin and politics thick, alleging that prosecutors inflated weak charges and caved to media pressure. Her warning is, if a celebrity can get railroaded, what chance does the average defendant have? London is now calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to consider a pardon for Daystar Peterson and to authorize a full, independent, non-biased review of the case. Let's welcome Diana London.
Tory he did not have a previous criminal record. He had never been arrested before. The young man had a clean record, no violence, and yet they added a gun enhancement. So today, if no gun enhancement was even added to that, for a crime like this, if he even did commit it, it would be 2 to 5 years. 2 years, usually they would let you out. So at this point, he's already been there for almost 2 years. But they added an additional enhancement on it, reserved for violent gang members, and they gave him a 10-year sentence with no DNA, no actual physical evidence. And so in the time in the country, it was very polarizing. There was a lot of politics going on. Megan was a very public figure. She was very supportive of Kamala Harris, who was running against the current president. And they used that opportunity within the media to peddle a lot of headlines, very sensational headlines, and they gagged him just like they did President Trump during his legal battles. They gagged Tory. They wouldn't let him defend himself. And Tory had no opportunity to get out there and have a press back on other articles. So if you go to the CaldwellInstitute.org, you will see a button that says Free Tory Lanez. You can click that and it will send you to a change.org petition. Sign that petition. That petition will send it to the governor and tell him to pardon Tory Lanez.
After that, he was being rushed to a facility nearby in a vehicle in which he said, and I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?" But God said no. God told him, "Do not give up," in the car, upon which he turned to the attending officers and he said, "You must get me to wherever is the closest place that I can get to. I'm bleeding out here. My boat," he didn't even know his lungs had collapsed. All he knows is that he couldn't breathe. He could hardly speak. Upon which the officer turned around and looked at him and said, "Nah, we got to take him. He has to be airlifted." And thankfully, to God be the glory. Typical Daystar. He was entertaining those officers. They were laughing. They were just, and he said, "Dad, it only hurts to laugh." But something broke my heart yesterday when towards the end of our visit, he said, "Dad, why is it that my life has to go through so many trials? Why? Why do I have to experience this?" And that's the note that I want to close on.
Until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me, and I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Tory was nearly killed. So let's stop pretending this is complicated. Let's stop treating this like some cultural war flashpoint. This is about a man, a father, a son, Daystar Peterson, who has sat in a prison cell for over a year based on a case that wouldn't pass the smell test in any honest courtroom. The prison system can no longer guarantee his safety, and that alone should be grounds for immediate action. But combine that with the overwhelming evidence of a botched investigation, and this becomes not just a legal issue, but a morale emergency. Tory Lanez deserves a new trial. He deserves due process. He deserves a pardon. And if the most controversial move I've made is getting Tory Lanez out of prison. He's an innocent man that is sitting in prison right now for something he didn't do. And every day that he is in prison for something he didn't do is a stain on our Justice Department.
That's right.
So we're fighting every single day to make sure that he gets out of prison by Easter. And we're going to tell his story, and we're going to make sure that it never happens again to an innocent black man.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thanks for having me, everyone.
We have been working very hard in light of the horrific incident that has happened to Tory Lanez, where he was stabbed 14 times in prison here in California. It is just a terrible situation. But in light of that, we will be holding a national press conference here in LA at a location that has been sent to the press, and we expect a very great turnout. During this press conference, Tory's attorneys will lay out the new, pretty large evidence that proves Tory Lanez's innocence. And Gianna Caldwell from Fox News, myself, as well as Tory's father, all of us will speak on important information regarding what the attorneys have laid out and how everybody needs to get involved and what needs to happen for Tory to be released from prison immediately, pardoned, and home to his son and his family. What has happened and what has been done to Tory, he truly is the victim in this. We're going to prove that. And so I hope everybody tunes in. You'll be able to see it on social media, but also in the press. And we will show you ways for you to act and to get Tory out of prison. That's really what this is about. He must go home now.